Let's take a look ahead now to Wednesday, the 3rd of February, in terms of some of the corporate numbers to watch out for. And at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, there's several UK companies to watch. Probably the big one is going to be GlaxoSmithKline. It's coming through with its quarterly numbers. It'll also issue a number for the full year as well. This is one of those stocks that if you're in it and it's not really suffered in the same way that some of the other stocks on the FTSE 100 have suffered recently because it's got a defensive quality about it. Alistair is with us now with some more analysis of what to expect from GlaxoSmithKline.
Yeah, GlaxoSmithKline does tend to be a defensive play, and as such, I guess it has ridden out the turbulence we've seen in equity markets a little bit better, certainly than many of the banks out there or mining sector stocks. We can also see in the last 4 months, if we take a glance at the chart, that it's performed pretty well over that course of time, breaking the 50, 100 and 200-day moving averages. It does have a little bit more room on the upside. It could squeeze out of this, especially when you consider that it isn't moved into overbought territory as far as the RSI is concerned. Also slightly left wing, but by the same token, worth taking into consideration is the recent development of the Zika disease in Africa. This is something that Glaxo have turned their attention to as yet. They haven't come up with a viable drug proposition, but they are turning their attention to it. So that's certainly a development we will be watching out for in the weeks ahead.
In among some of the other stocks to watch here in the UK, Hargreaves Lansdown comes out with figures, the stockbroker. We've also got the estate agency Foxtons, and back in the defensive sector we've got utility Severn Trent out with numbers here in the UK. Then across the water, we go into US reporting season again. We've got General Motors reporting before the bell tomorrow in the States. This is in a sector where there's a large polarity beginning to build up with those that can and those that can't, those that do sell well, those that don't. We've seen recently Ford doing particularly well with record numbers as it saw out 2015. Interesting to see where General Motors fits into all this. Al.
Well, it would be nice to believe that General Motors could follow in the tracks of Ford. However, they are slightly different companies in the way they're structured and run. That being said, though, I think the diversity in the automotive sector is very much US and European, and at this point in time the European car manufacturers have some real issues hanging over their heads regardless of whether they're called Volkswagen or not. That same issue hasn't necessarily tarnished the reputation of the US automotive sector. If we take a look at the charts, we can see General Motors hasn't been doing particularly well. That being said, we are optimistic that we can start to see a little bit of a corner being turned here. There is still plenty of room on the upside as far as the RSI is concerned, and I think any sort of reason for optimism here will be swiftly taken upon by the investment community in the US.
And US numbers continue. We've got GoPro out with figures as well. This company recently had a profit warning. We've also got another drug company, Merck & Company in the States, Mondelez International, and also ADP out with the numbers themselves in terms of earnings. That's a roundup of some of the corporates to watch on the midweek trading session.